What's up? What's up?
Hey guys, it's Houston Recovery Radio again back for another episode. Today we've got Eric and we got James.
Hey, what's going on? Thanks for having us.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
No, thanks for putting up with us, guys. So, Eric, you are the operations director for Take Action Recovery. Is that correct?
Yeah.
All right. And James, you are the housing director for Sober Living Houston. Is that correct as well? All right, guys. So what I wanted to do was, if you're out there wondering, you're in your addiction, or you're wondering how you can get help or avenues to help, these guys are definitely resources. The options that they're going to present to you today will, are widely beneficial. Hopefully, they're going to explain why they're beneficial to you. And we'll get a little bit of their personal story as well. And hopefully you guys will come away a little smarter today. All right? Eric, let's start with you.
That's not likely to come away smarter. That's not probably going to happen, but whatever.
A little bit more informed, maybe. So cool. Eric, talk about Take Action Recovery. What is it? What do you guys do? And what kind of services do you provide for?
It is an outpatient treatment facility, primarily in substance abuse.
Uh-huh.
We have IOP.
What is IOP?
IOP, Intensive Outpatient Program. It's the lowest form of clinical treatment you can get for any type of substance abuse, mental health treatment, eating disorder, any kind of addiction. Our primary is substance abuse, though. We've been doing this for a few years. I've been working here at Take Action for about a year, give or take.
Okay.
Yeah, man. We have one counselor named Jane Payne. She's been doing this for like 50 years. She got sober in Vietnam.
Wow.
Yeah.
In Vietnam.
Yeah.
During the war. In the country.
Yeah.
Well, was she ex-military?
She told me a little bit about what she was doing. It's like psychiatric something over there for soldiers that would see something they shouldn't have seen.
Yeah, I hear she's got a boatload of credentials.
She's got basically the entire alphabet after her name.
Yeah, and she's a little bit famous. Some Larry King interviews I've seen. Dr. Phil.
Yeah, man. I mean, she's been all around. You know what I mean? In the recovery industry. She's been doing this, like I said, for a very long time. All right.
So, intensive outpatient treatment, what does that look like on a day-to-day basis for somebody that's seeking treatment for addiction?
It's about 3 hours a day, 4 days a week, in a group-type setting with the counselor, along with other people who are doing the same thing you were doing, trying to get sober, trying to figure out what's going on with my brain, why am I like this. It's almost like a group therapy.
Okay.
Where you'll talk, you'll process things that are going on in your life, and you'll get feedback from the counselor, and you'll get feedback from other people in the group. And then the other part of the group is called chemical dependency education. What that is there's a different topic each day that the counselor will talk about, whether it's, like attachment disorders, or if it's just talking about, I don't know, I haven't done IOP in so long, and I try and give them their privacy in group. I don't know exactly every topic that she talks about, but, today they had some kind of ceremony with people that were graduating, and they had a rock that they all charged with motivational phrases or whatever. Then they sent those people off.
Oh, that's kind of cool. Sounds really cool.
We'll have different recovery-related topics every day. Yeah.
So not only do you get a chance to sort things out in your head with a licensed therapist, they give you some education about chemical dependency or addiction, and give you some tools in your toolbox to use when you go on later in life.
Yeah.
And wouldn't you say, Eric, because there's reasons why most of us drink and drug, and you have a trained professional who is helping pull that out, licensed,
Alcohol is but a symptom of...
licensed chemical dependency counselor, somebody who went to school to help treat people with substance abuse addiction, whether it be with drugs or alcohol or whatever. Because
help identify those inner problems and pull them out and deal with the issues.
It's better now, but not a whole lot of people in the healthcare industry altogether know a whole lot about addiction. You kind of have to almost specialize in it to really understand. I think it was my counselor told me that in regular whatever healthcare, I don't know whether it being some kind of doctor, I don't know if it was just a general practitioner, they have like a 1-2 hour class on addiction throughout the entire course of what they do. So the
healthcare industry, I mean, psychiatric care in general gets the short end of the stick when it comes to healthcare. So addiction, addiction treatment probably even is even worse as far as resources in the healthcare field. Correct?
Right. Okay. Right. It's very specific area of, I guess, expertise that people deal with.
So how long is intensive outpatient treatment?
I think it's about 5 to 6 weeks, depending on whether or not what your counselor says. We'll sometimes have people there for 5 or 6 weeks, or if the counselor feels that maybe there's some other stuff we need to work on, you haven't been cured or whatever. There's a lot more underlying issues, then we'll see about having you stay a little bit longer.
Okay, so it's based on your own personal performance, right, or your own interactivity. Case
by case, yeah.
Okay. So if you're more willing, you're definitely going to probably excel quicker.
And I like how it's a small business, so I feel like we're able to work more personally with each individual client than some of the larger inpatient and outpatient treatment facilities.
Oh yeah, some of these big juggernaut hospitals that are around for sure.
Well, we stay very hands-on with what we do.
Yeah.
A lot of companies and positions that we have, we wouldn't even see the clients at all.
Okay, all right.
Well, I find it. I'm a member of the IOP here at Take Action Recovery, and I find it very, very, very beneficial.
Okay.
Really?
All right. Good, man.
You want to tell more?
Yeah. I mean,
just talk about yourself. Don't bring it back.
Yeah. I understand. HIPAA laws and all that. Yeah. Absolutely. Okay. Well, my own journey through the IOP stuff is interesting. The first, I'm sure for everybody else, myself included, the first week or two of it kind of seems like this is bullshit and everything. But if you actually get past that and actually listen to what is said, you find that it's very it can help you with your shit, it's like a nice discussion right now, at least, because everyone's kind of on edge about the whole coronavirus stuff, so we're having more conversations about how to cope with things like that. And I like it because I like to be able to use my brain, because I haven't been able to use it for X amount of time because of drug and alcohol. Yeah. And now that my mind's getting less clogged up and cloudy, I'm able to think and express my thoughts and opinions in a really, really positive way. And counselors here, we mentioned Jane Payne, and she has a really good way of taking your thoughts and turning them, if they're negative, she can turn it into something positive really quick. And the staff is amazing people. You guys are amazing people.
Thank you.
Yeah, and you guys seem like you want what's best for your clients, and it's really awesome. Did I do okay? Did I say that okay? Did I break any HIPAA
laws? Guys, he was not paid to give those compliments.
As you know, and you can speak for yourself about this, but an individual is only going to recover and get as healthy as their desire, their willingness, and their desire to be honest about what's going on. That's gonna determine how far you recover.
Absolutely.
So, Chris, if you don't mind me digging a little deep, I'm curious. How does the IOP fit in with when I started really trying to recover, I didn't have a lot of health, and I didn't have any health insurance, so. Counseling was kind of hard for me to get, so I had to do the straight 12-step recovery and some sober living. How does the IOP fit in with the 12-step recovery program?
Well, from what I've gathered, we use the 12 steps and as a guideline for our for some people it's a way of life, right?
Your daily living.
Yeah.
We practice these, these principles in all our affairs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And when we're at IOP, we use those as guidelines to express thoughts and opinions. And I mean, we do talk about the 12 steps of certain groups and stuff.
Certain 12-step groups, yeah.
Yeah, and we mostly like talk about things we do in our daily life in regards to our own recovery. Like what do we do for ourselves in regards to our recovery?
So if you could just say overall, how has it been more beneficial, do you think, to combine the IOP with the 12-step work?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Cool. Yeah.
The 12 steps, like Alcoholics Anonymous, AA, NACA, whatever,
Yep.
whatever
12-step program,
12 step,
Probably
that is
whatever helps you pass your UA. we go and talk to treatment centers, right? And that Eric is like NACAA, whatever helps pass your UA.
Oh, man.
And we get a big laugh from everybody, and so that's something that's part of what we do is like we go to treatment centers, we'll talk to their groups, and our main focus is it's not really about like, hey, when you get out of treatment, come here. It's just go to a sober living. You know what I mean? Any sober living, just go. Give further. Get that further level of care
if you
once
meet
you
the
get out.
clinical criteria and the financial criteria, and if it works for you, do it. It will increase your chance of recovery.
So that's a good segue for James here. Let's talk about Sober Living Houston and how sober living fits into the spectrum of recovery or a recovery plan.
So, my using, like I didn't know how to live anymore, man. I didn't know how to function. I was sleeping all day, staying up all night. When I was awake, I was chasing dope, when I came, I was a resident here, came here straight out of the county jail, man. And, it provides a structured environment. People, I had to be told how to start living again. Get up in the morning, start your day off with meditation, sharing with other guys, like, what's my plan for the day? What I have going on? Do some chores, do some cleaning, which I wouldn't, doing no cleaning unless it was, it was mandatory. Like, oh, the rats are out. I might need to clean my shit up, man.
So bringing you out of yourself,
right? And it allowed me to understand that I was messed up in the head. I was messed up inside. I knew that there were other guys that were going through the same thing, and then there were guys that were, like Eric, Cam, Ryan, that were sober, and been sober and come through here. And I was like, oh shit, like, okay, they said they were all fucked off too when they came here, and now they're doing okay. Like, okay, there's hope, like I can recover, I can change. And that's what we try to do now, is like we provide an environment where, we can help these guys and help push them along. When you're struggling, you come home and you want to get high, you want to use, like, you've got people to lean on, and you've got people to hold you accountable.
Speaking of accountability, what kind of accountability measures do you guys take with folks in sober living?
A big thing is urinalysis, UAs.
Okay.
We, and that was, that was important for me. Like, there were a few times when I first got out, like, I was like, I want to go tip off, man, but we take too many UAs around there. Like, I'm going to get caught. You will get caught, and I knew if I was going to come up dirty, like, I was making a decision where I was going to go back out on the streets.
I got caught.
Yeah. Jeremiah, you're an example of what, when you start taking this program seriously, what can happen, I did not struggle when I came here, but I had been in other places before where, I was that dude who was like, oh man, yeah, what is he doing? He's high again,
I just couldn't see it for the longest time. I couldn't see a sense of purpose anymore. I was fucking lost. I was down in a hole.
Yeah.
Hopelessness.
Seems like a
hopeless state of mind and being, man.
Sober living is like a very good way to learn how to walk again, I guess.
Dude, I loved sober. Another big accountability point that we have. I can't think of the word. The words are just spilling out of my mouth.
Okay.
But is the community, is the other residents there. You know, when I was living there, they helped me more than the staff did because I had a fear of authority. I didn't want to talk. I didn't. You know, you were a house manager. You were house staff. I didn't want to talk. I didn't want to tell you what was going on with me because fuck you. Because you're a staff member.
Right.
But like I'd sit and stay up all night with my roommates. We just shoot the shit, and that would just work with another alcoholic is what that ended up being. You know, that helped me get through a lot of the tough times when I wanted to use, and there were people I was more comfortable with talking about when I would have those strong cravings, and then I eventually got more comfortable with the staff, and I remember there was one time I just walked up to a staff member and I sat down in front of him and I was like, dude, I want to get high and I don't know what to fucking do. You know, we went to a meeting, talked it out, and I ended up, the feeling passed.
Yeah.
You know, so it's the people there too. I think that is the core of why it works.
Yeah, for sure. It's
12 steps and everything, teaching you, you know, that accountability, working with others, and then just having fun in sobriety. Man, it's a lot of fun.
Well, and we're learning how to reintegrate back into society. You know, it's taking baby steps into learning how to socialize with the world. You know, you have to learn how to socialize with your roommates and make that work. And then you have to make the whole house work. And then you get out and you start working and you start, you know, going out into the world and you have to make those relationships work. So it's, you know, like you said, it's like learning how to walk. You know, you're learning how to do it. You know, the rules that we have, like if you can't follow the rules, it's sober living. There are rules that the city has, the county has, the state has, the federal government. Yeah. If you can't follow the simple rules that we have, you're gonna have a hard time at home.
Oh yeah,
it's gonna be rough for you, man. Like you have some years at TDC looking, you know, your way, man.
It's structured, but it's also like I think there's a good balance between structure and freedom. When somebody's coming to I used to manage one of the houses, one of the advanced accountability houses, what it was called, and I would, when new people would come in, and even today I said to somebody that was a new intake or something like that. There's 3 areas that you need to work on while you're here. There's 3 areas that we ask of for kind of our rules or whatever. Your program, which is get a sponsor, work the steps, go to meetings, you know. Read the big book, pray, meditate, whatever it is you do. What is the other one? Communication. Communication is key. Hey, my mom's picking me up. We're going to the store. I'll be back in an hour. Hey,
transparency.
My mom and I are running a little late. Should be another 45 minutes. You know, we got something to eat too. Hey, can I do, you know, just talking to a staff member, let them know what's going on.
And you think you shouldn't have to do that, right? You're like, I don't have to tell a staff member that I'm going somewhere. You're like, I shouldn't have to do that. Well, I shouldn't have messed up my life.
If I
did this to me, man, you know?
My decision making got me to a place where I have to follow these certain rules and guidelines. And the third thing we ask for is cleanliness. Do your chores in the morning. They take 5 minutes. Clean up after yourself. Okay, if everybody cleans up after themselves, it won't get that messy. Clean up your room. You know, keep your area clean, make your bed, stuff like that. Those are the 3 main, you know, with some details sprinkled in between, but that's the core of it. When people ask, how do I excel through this program here at Sober Living Houston? That's how you do it.
Follow some simple
Those
rules.
3 things: program, communication, cleanliness.
I mean, making your bed, dude. Yeah. Self-care. You know, take some pride in yourself. You know, I had to learn to do that. I had to learn to take pride in myself again, man.
What was it? There's a Navy SEAL admiral that did a commencement speech.
Like the best thing you can
General
do
McRaven
is make your bed, man. That's how you start your day. Yeah. You know.
So you guys are talking. So you guys kind of work together. Sober Living Houston, Take Action Recovery is kind of an integrated thing, correct?
Integrated recovery model is that's what we're calling it.
Okay. So the people in Sober Living Houston can actually be part of the IOP. You guys communicate back and forth. That way you're getting a total
absolutely
around
for the clients who are both living in the house and doing IOP. You can do one or the other. You can do both, whatever. We have in our intake process, they sign consent forms for the Take Action staff to talk with the Sober Living houses so we can work together on how to better help this person. Maybe they're acting out in the Sober Living, or maybe they're acting out in you know, the clinical, the IOP, and not in the other. So we can
like
kind of
Eric might see him during the day and be like, "Oh man, he's doing great, man. Yeah, he's really moving forward." I'm like, whoa. No,
that guy's an asshole.
Yeah. That's from 9 to 12. Like, from 12 to 9 a.m. again. Like, no, he's not.
Fucking on.
Yeah, right. So we can have that communication.
If the sober living side, if they catch somebody relapsing, sometimes they don't tell their counselor, and their counselor thinks they're doing really well. Or there have been times where people have admitted to relapsing in group, and they've gotten honest about something going on with them, and then they had a slip, and then they're okay, and then we get together. How can we help this person?
So it's a definite continuum of care going on.
We try to let the individuals, like if they come to us and come to our staff of the houses and talk about they relapse. We try to let them, go to group. We let them go to group. Wait to see if they're going to get honest with their counselors, get honest with their peers. If not, then we have to have further discussions with them. And it is vice versa, like
escalating measures.
They talk about it. With their share with Eric. They'll wait we'll wait to see if they come and are going to be honest and move forward. But we sometimes we have to sit them down and we know what happens.
Case by case basis, really.
I think it's pretty effective. So
it gives a good transition because. In sober living, some of our residents, they're living with, just in sober living under the structure, the accountability we have at our house, having staff there 24/7. And then they go to work during the days. Some of our residents are in IOP, okay?
That's perfect. I was going to ask you what's a typical day at sober living.
The guys and girls, men and women who are in IOP, eventually they're going to get out of IOP. And they have to transition, and move forward with going back to their jobs or finding a new job. So instead of being in a treatment center and doing IOP, and then they have to go to a sober living and find a whole new environment, a whole new set of peers, it's a smooth transition. Like they get out of counseling, you get out of treatment, and then they still have the same, they're still living in the same house, still have that same comfortability. And I think it makes it good on helping them move forward. Okay.
Yeah. So Sober Living Houston, correct me if I'm wrong, has several different properties, right? Yes. And kind of differentiate, and within those properties, there's different levels of accountability, correct?
Right. When the house on Bower, that's our main house. That's where guys come in. Some people are coming out of treatment. Some people are coming out of doing time. Some people are coming straight day one of being sober. Once you have shown us that you're working a program, you are working with the sponsor. We actually do sponsor checks. Call, make sure that what you're telling us matches up with what your sponsor's saying. Once you've proven that you've worked those steps, you're at least you got to step 4 and you're working on that. You can move to one of the other houses. Cam runs the house on Hoskins. Steven manages the house over on Campbell.
So there's another person that's kind of watching over the whole group in each house as well.
Each house has staff living in it, except for our main house, which has staff working there 24 hours a day. Yeah. Both of our step-down houses have, staff members living in it that work there, that don't work there. It's all different forms of.
There's always a set of eyes.
Yeah, when I lived here. I moved to Hoskins.
Me too.
And that was, Hoskins is, the rate of relapse it's almost non-existent, man. If you go over there and you're not serious about getting sober and doing the right thing, you're gonna be moved out pretty fast.
Right.
Like that's the house to go get sober at, man.
Oh yeah.
There's a good group of guys right now, man.
Awesome, really good, man. Yeah. Dude, coming here, and that's the thing. Like we really believe in what we do around here because Eric came through here. I came through here. Like we're residents, man. Like we sat on the couch. The same couch that we talked to these guys at. Like we sat there. I was able to get my life together, man. And so what we do is we're not just making up stuff like, hey, you should do this. This might help you out. Like, no, this is what I did in my life to help me get straight.
It works for me. It can work. I mean, I'm living proof that the stuff that I'm talking about works. I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't actually believe in this program.
Yeah, me as well.
Yeah, I did. There was a time where I couldn't put 1 or 2 days together, man. Couldn't do it, man.
Yeah, it's hard. Once you get the ball rolling, it's fucking...
Couldn't do it.
So, anything you guys can add to what your, what each area that you guys manage? Anything you can add to this conversation? Any thoughts? Anything you want the general public to know in general about Take Action Recovery or Sober Living Houston?
With sober living, I mean, there's sober living houses and halfway houses, and everybody, we encourage everyone who's in treatment or needs help. If you don't come here, we would love for everybody to come here. But if you don't come here, go to a sober living. You get out of treatment, go to a sober living. The one thing about here is...
Yeah, what differentiates you from other sober living?
Well, just passing your UAs is not... That's not going to cut it, man. Mm-mm. Like, you can just pass, you just pass your UAs and you don't have a sponsor, you ain't working steps. Like, okay, cool. Like, you know what? At the end of the month, man, you got to go ahead and move on, man. This isn't a place for you. Like, you have to be engaged in your recovery.
Like I talked about earlier, the balance between structure and freedom from other sober livings I've been to compared to this one has, I think this one has the best balance. From other ones that I've been to and other ones that people have talked about being at, that's just my personal opinion. And
and we have fun here too, man. We have fun, dude. Fun. Like that's you always hear someone laughing in our office, in our houses, man. Like we're clowning all the time.
I have not worked in a very long time.
Yeah.
I have a lot of fun here.
For sure.
Really enjoy it.
So, as far as Take Action Recovery, Sober Living Houston, do you guys people that don't drive, don't have a lot of people who are sitting on DUIs or they can't,
So part of our services is if you have court or doctor's appointments here in Harris County, we will provide transportation. Okay. If it's something you have in Austin or San Antonio, you're gonna have to figure that out.
Well, we can.
We'll
do our best, but that's not something we guarantee.
We guarantee transportation to doctors and court appointments here in Harris County. A big thing too is
12-step meetings too.
12-step meetings, yeah. And also the I can't pronounce the word advocacy.
We'll advocate for you at court.
Okay.
Letters of residency, letters of if you're doing well, I'll write you a gleaming letter of recommending you not to get locked the fuck up.
If it needs be, we're gonna go to court with you, man.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
We've done that before many times, man.
So Harris County and other counties as well.
Okay. What about food? I mean, how does that work? We
provide food for all meals. Dinner is cooked by an in-house chef.
Jason Allen throws.
Homemade mango salsas, the Taco Tuesdays. Holy smokes. The
bro, I am living proof that food is not.
Those Taco Tuesdays are keeping me
Sunday through Friday.
Meats, yeah.
Sunday through Friday, Jason cooks dinner. Saturdays, pizza night. We have food for breakfast and lunch. You just have to fix it up yourself. Limited transportation, food for all meals, room and board. We provide everything. We have washers and dryers on all sites, laundry detergent, dryer sheets. The only thing we ask anybody to bring are personal hygiene products. Super important to bring deodorant, body wash, shampoo, toothbrush, toothpaste, and clothes. 7 to 10 days for the clothing.
Okay.
We'll just go. Yeah, you come in, those services are provided, $800 a month.
And if you're unsure about it, man, you ask some stuff. Just come talk to us. Call our number. Come sit down, talk with us. You coming in doesn't mean you're making a decision. If you come in, you find out it's not right. This place isn't right for you, or you're not even sure if you want to do something like this. That's fine. We'll give you references to other places that might suit you better. We'll have people come in who they're like, I don't know if this is the right fit for me.
Some people come, they're like, man, just my financial situation, I can only afford this. Hey, I've got somebody you can go talk to.
Speaking of finances, how do you guys work with people? How does all this work financially? I mean, how do you guys work with folks that want to come here?
We have room for I get like 3. If we could let everybody in for free, we would, but our doors are closed. Yeah. I get at least 2 people calling me per week asking for a scholarship. You know, a lot of times
we have to pay the bills, man. Keep the lights on.
You know,
it's reasonable.
You know, that's just the way it is. So we do have a set price that will work with people on, and you know, we'll just go from there. We'll do weekly, bi-weekly payments.
That's good to know.
We have day labor places in the area that you can go work day by day, and they'll pay you $50, $60 a day, and then you can
get a job around here in the Spring Branch area quickly to make your bills.
The main thing you need is a willingness to get sober and a willingness to to take care of yourself and do your part. You know, we'll do everything we can to help you out.
Yeah, I mean, there's a part of it where, you know, and especially with Mike, who's the owner, I mean, he's very generous and wants to help out, and people call all the time, and, you know, they're just, I mean, and I was at that point too one time, man. I mean, I was ass out, dude. I was homeless, man, didn't have no money, nothing, man. Mm-hmm. You know, we can't provide, you know, free services for everybody. You know, we will help out when we can and when we have those funds allocated for it.
I've seen you guys work with plenty of people, let them get on their feet, get a job, get working, pay bills. Mm-hmm.
So we try, man.
When we have scholarships available, we will help people out.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So how do we how does one get a hold of you if they want to explore the intensive outpatient?
You can Google Take Action Recovery. Phone number. That phone number goes directly to my cell phone. Give me a call. Leave me a message. If you call me in the middle of the night and I wake up, I'll answer. But it might take you a few tries. Just give me a call, and Eric at takeactionrecovery.com is my email address. Shoot me an email, whatever.
Guys, we're gonna include.
I'm James at SoberLivingHouston.com.
All right.
832-444-6371. Or you can call the main number. Either Mike or myself will get with you. Most Take Action things are, like I said, those are forwarded to Eric.
Mm-hmm. And we're gonna include all your contact information on the liner notes on the video, so that'll be available to you guys. It'll be in the liner notes of the video. So, any parting ideas or thoughts you want to leave with anybody?
Even if you think you might have a problem with substance abuse, please just go talk to somebody. You know, a lot of places you can go talk to them for free. If you're worried about finances, somebody knows somebody who knows somebody that can help you out. There's help out there. You just have to go get it.
And if you're struggling and you are in that place of loneliness and desperation, and you don't know who to turn to, you can call us. Like you don't have to call us just to come check in. You know what I mean? Like we're in recovery, man. You know, I get calls all the time. You know, all times of day, all times of night, and it's just people just, man, I don't know what the fuck to do. You know.
Working that 12-step, right?
Yeah, man. That's how we stay sober, man. That's how I stay sober.
Yeah.
Go to a fucking meeting. Call your sponsor. Call me. Whatever.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, it's good having you guys on.
Thank you very much for having us.
Man.
Thanks for your time.
You're doing an awesome job with this, man. We appreciate everything y'all are doing. This is badass, man.
It's awesome to see how far this has come, and I'm really excited to see how far this is going to go, man. Thank you again.
Just little increments every time, man. We just try to keep improving little things.